Hi, everybody. This is Rose of Sharon, and I'm back again with another series review. I just recently watched season 2 of The Tick, and honestly, I have to say that season 2 is far superior from season 1. And you get introduced to a new villain. And what happens to Lint is actually quite intriguing. Of course, something is going on within Aegis. Aegis isn't the agency that we believe it is. Of course, this parodies a lot of Marvel's work and also DC and comic book heroes and heroines in the long run. And it's very telling, and it's also very hysterical. And it's parody done for parody's sake, and it's very tongue in cheek and satirical. And I love satire, so of course I adore it. But the Tick is still his usual lovable, bumbling, gullible, naive self. And then, of course, you've got Arthur, who is very kind and extremely brilliant, and the one person who can keep the Tick under control. And of course, at this point in time, if you've seen season 1, we still don't know what the Tick is. And at one time in the story, we've got the commander of Aegis, and he said, hell, we don't know what he is. He could be something the Russians cooked up. He could be some sort of experiment gone wrong. Heck, he could be a blue genie for all we know. And I just thought that was very funny. But it certainly shows the different kind of tests that the characters go through to depend their category on the superhero scale. And I'm wondering where other superheroes would fall on that categorical scale within Tick's universe. It's very, very different from other categorizations that I have seen or encountered in other superhero-esque shows. But unfortunately, it's very short-lived. But the lines within it are just absolutely tremendous. I love one of the lines that the Tick has, but I'm not going to say it because honestly, I think that it would give away a huge plot point. So my lip is zipped on that. If you've seen the first season, by all means, see the second. The second will blow your mind and it'll knock your socks off. It is, like I said, it's so much better than season 1, and it has so much more to offer. Plus, you get to see more of multi-layering in as far as character development is concerned, and I really like that. Plus, Superion is so much more of a douchebag in this one for obvious reasons, and poor Arthur, he has to act as his therapist, and Arthur is not certified for this job by any means. But despite that, given the suggestion that Mr. Perlman actually gives to Superion to talk to Arthur, actually he gives it to Arthur, and Arthur reluctantly takes upon Superion again, hoping that he can help clear the superhero's head so he doesn't act so irrationally. But season 2 actually gives us a big reveal on that, and with the villain involved, or I should say, actually, never mind. I was going to say something that would almost have ruined it, and I'm not going to do that. Throw away the key. But it is extremely well done. Sony Pictures has really knocked one out of the park with this, and I really like the actors and actresses who are involved. There are some that look familiar. I think I should know them from other shows, but excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn, but if you savored first season, by all means, second season will just utterly delight and humor you, and I'm sure that you'll enjoy every second that you just let it wash over you and bask in its ever-loving glory. But that's all I have to say about the Tick. Oh, well, another thing I wanted to mention is a lot of his catchphrases are in season 2, including "Spoon," which I absolutely loved. I thought, yay, just like the cartoon. Patrick Warburton, you creative SOB, you did it again. And I was just absolutely delighted by that. And I'm glad to see that Patrick has ties to it. Like I said before when I did the review of season 1, he is the voice of the Tick in the cartoon. And yeah, he has that kind of radio quality voice. And the actor who plays the Tick, he's a dead ringer, and I think he's perfect. I just absolutely love him. But yeah, there's something really intriguing which happens to the Tick, and it kind of reveals more about what he really is, but we still don't have any real knowledge of who he is, where he came from, what he might be. Yeah, he's definitely unique, and it's a different kind of show, and it's also got a lot of wordplay and innuendos and double entendres that are really quite hilarious. And of course we are introduced to some new characters in this, and you got Goldstar, you got Sage, you've got Mr. Flex. I think his name's Mr. Flex. Maybe I'm getting this wrong, but I actually prefer Sage. Sage became one of my favorite characters immediately upon meeting him. And I won't go into the reasons why. Mainly, he's got a great sense of fashion. Plus, I just adore the fact that he's a very laid-back character with more of a southern drawl. And he's very mystical. He's sort of like a black Doctor Strange. So yeah, I adore him. He's the bee's knees. But beyond that, that's pretty much all I have to say about the Tick Season 2. So live long, prosper, my gardeners. Ciao, tutti.